Hey folks, Technivorous here. Welcome to another edition of Creality Corner. Now, Creality actually saw one of our previous episodes and they were kind enough to send me a little gift package, and inside there was this. Now, this is Ender Filament. There is a white and a black spool, and so far it is working pretty well. So we're going to go over printing with some of this stuff, and I'm going to tell you all about it right here, right now on this week's episode of Creality Corner. Technivorous channel is brought to you by these fine Patreon supporters. Check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/Technivorous. So, as you saw from my sword, I did do a little bit of printing with this filament already. That was welded together with a 3D printing gun. It still has a little bit of finishing work left to do before I show you how it's actually done. So, let's do something smaller. I think we're going to print a miniature. We're doing a double header on Creality Corner this week, so stay tuned for that. We're going to be pitting the filament machine against the resin machine, the LD002H over here, and we're going to compare the models and the time and amount of plastic used and a couple of other things, and you can decide for yourself which one of these machines you prefer. So I have a lot of filament machines around, but of course we are going to be using the Ender 3 version 2 to print this filament, and I have never seen a filament go through this machine as well as this stuff does. It is obviously made for this, and it works really, really well. So that being said, let's throw the spool onto the printer. I have some clippers around here somewhere. We can get a nice 45-degree angle in here. We'll pop this guy on and we will get to printing. I did already pre-slice the file. I'll show it to you in just a second in case you don't feel like sticking around for the second episode, but I definitely recommend that you check it out because it is going to be a pretty informative video. So we'll get this all loaded up here. I do have the machine preheated and it is extruding, so we should be good to go. Make sure my bed's pretty well dusted off, and I have the model right here. We'll pop that guy in and we'll get this guy out of the way. Actually, let's take a look real quick. I'll show you the spool. This is it's not labeled Ender or Creality anywhere, but it is pretty beautiful stuff. This is the black. The one thing I can say is so far I haven't noticed any issues with the wine job or anything like that. It seems to be flowing really, really nicely. So let's check this out. We're going to go to back, print, and get this guy going. Night. This is the model we're going to be printing. This is a little night miniature. We're going to be rocking this guy in the FDM in our little head-to-head competition. But I just thought I'd give you a quick preview before we get to the end of the print and I show you the results of this filament coming off of an Ender 3 V2. And here we have it, our final night printed in the Creality white Ender filament. And I would say it's a win. There is a little bit of stutter here in the sword, but for a tall, thin feature at the speeds we were printing at, that is to be expected. As you can see, however, the detail throughout the rest of the model is pretty fantastic. It actually ended up printing with no support, so quite a nice model to begin with. We can go ahead and take it off of the build plate here, I think, maybe. Maybe it'll come off the raft. Oh, it's going to take the raft with it. That's okay. So here we are, and as you can see, it came out very, very nice, very finely detailed. I think everything in this is pretty nice, and I'm happy with the outcome. Definitely worth trying this filament. It comes very, very nicely out of the Ender 3 machine, as you can see from the evidence printed just now on my V2. Let's get a little bit better close-up of that. Camera doesn't seem to want to focus right. There we go, a much better view. Check him out, he is pretty good. As I said, the details came out very, very nice. Now keep in mind, white does hide the layer lines pretty well, so while this looks really, really smooth, I can see up close a clear layer lining effect. That's to be expected at 0.2 millimeters with pretty much any filament, but this is a gorgeous example of what the right filament and the right machine can do together. As I said, there is a bit of a stagger here. You can see the stair stepping in the side of the sword there. That is because I was going super duper fast on a tall, thin feature. As I said, if I slowed it down just about 10 millimeters per second, we would get a much cleaner model there. But for speed-wise and quality-wise, I am not displeased with this. I could easily take a sanding scraper and just buff that down, and it would be paintable as is. So very, very nice, good quality print from Creality, and I'm loving this filament. Thanks for sending it to me, and thanks for letting me check it out. That's going to be it for this video, guys. Pay no attention to the mess going on behind me. Pay more attention to the mess going on my shirt. Check this out. Finally got the merch available. That's right, finally hit 10K, so the merch is finally here. Make sure you check out the Teespring merchandise bar below the video. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe because we have more videos coming your way. In fact, I've thrown a couple of suggestions, videos for you to watch on the screen right now, so go ahead and check those out. And when you get done, don't forget to pop over and check out the merchandise. There's plenty of stuff to see, and thanks for watching, guys.